We have talked about this, and there's real news out there other than Russia, and we need to be concerned with this, because this is going to be a national thing. It's going to hit the whole entire United States. Okay, it's going to hit the whole entire United States. This is a national thing. Illinois is bankrupt. Okay, now, we are not able to allow Illinois to file for bankruptcy. We're not. That's not an option. But what will we do? Illinois has not had a budget in 3 years. This is the third year. They've not had a budget in 3 years, the state of Illinois. Illinois passes continuing spending resolutions that they just keep spending money they don't have, but there's no operating budget, okay? Now, if the state of Illinois, which unfunded pensions, teacher pensions, but the truth has to be the truth. You don't have the money to pay the teachers' pensions, and so on and so forth. You don't. New Jersey is right there with them, okay? California, the list goes on. But Illinois has had to go back. Now, this is not to bore you, but it's very important because you should pay attention to this, United States. Everybody in the country should pay attention to this. This is not Russia. This is a fiscal disaster getting ready to happen. They're going into special session. Now, let me ask you a question. You watch CNN, NBC, ABC, Fox News, I don't know, all of the above. But did anybody tell you that the state of Illinois was in a budget crisis, bankrupt, and had to go into special session, legislative session, this morning and have no choice? Play the video of the governor of Illinois, okay, and we'll be right back. Okay, back to me. I'm going to try to reload it. Has the stream gone back red or just orange?
Yeah, it's red now. It only stayed orange for like 2 seconds that time.
Okay, so we're getting some flickering on our internet is what we're getting somewhere. So we're getting this ready. I'm sorry, we're getting this ready. The state of Illinois and our internet just seems to be flickering a little bit this morning.
Our state's long-running financial problems have turned into an unprecedented crisis that we must address. For 2 years, the majority in the General Assembly has ignored our recommendations for a long-term balanced budget. And for 2 weeks now, they've ignored our request to stay here in Springfield and get the job done. So today, I'm calling the General Assembly back here to Springfield, a continuous special session that will start next week and stay in effect until a balanced budget is passed. We have tough, urgent choices to make, and the legislature must be present to make them. We have little time to change the direction of our state, to come together around a budget compromise that creates a brighter future for all the families in Illinois. Everyone needs to get serious and get to work, to ease the minds of parents with school-aged children, to reassure people in need, to help our colleges and universities, to grow jobs and bring relief to hardworking taxpayers. Republicans in the General Assembly have laid out a compromise budget plan that I can sign. It is real and it is balanced. It provides a true path to property tax reduction, and it reforms the way our state operates to reduce wasteful spending. It will fund our schools and human services while spurring economic growth and job creation. It is a true compromise, and one I hope the majority in the General Assembly will accept. It won't be easy, but we have an opportunity to do the right thing for Illinois. We must do it, because if we don't, the ramifications for our state will be devastating and long-lasting. We have to stop only thinking about the next election and truly focus on our next generation. We all need to adopt a serious sense of urgency. In the days ahead, let's show the people of Illinois we have their best interests in mind, not our own. And together, we will move our state forward to a better and brighter future.
State of Illinois, we are in a massive crisis mode. This is not a false alarm. Last week, as reported, that as Illinois, a state which faces over $15 billion in backlogged bills. $15 billion, folks. And we have Chris Wallace, okay? And one tweet. Struggles over the next 2 weeks somehow come up with the first budget in 3 years ahead of June 30th fiscal year end. Illinois fiscal year end is June 30th, facing 3 years. Faces the imminent ratings downgrade to junk. The first ever in U.S. state history. Traders are they're through, okay? Sending the yield on its bonds surging after a judge ruled at the start of the month that the state is violating consent decrees and previous orders and instructed the state to achieve substantial compliance with consent decrees, further pressuring the financial situation. In a last-ditch attempt to resolve the ongoing budget impasse and prevent a potential crisis which may culminate with an eventual default by the distressed state, the governor, Rayner, ordered lawmakers to return for special session this morning. The two sides seem far apart. Governor Rayner ordered the special session starting Monday as the backlog of unpaid bills reached $15.1 billion. Folks, if nobody in the media tells you today that I'm telling you, the judge, $15.1 billion in the state of Illinois, backlogged bills. They're going back into session. Okay, special session. Budget crisis, financial crisis, little time, devastating. Stop thinking about the next election and start thinking about the next generation. Folks, Illinois goes bankrupt. $15 billion. Oh, that's not a big deal. All right, that's not even close. That's just the backlog of bills that have not been paid. Okay, that's what it is. All right, this has nothing to do with all of the pensions in the state of Illinois they cannot pay. New Jersey, California, the list goes on. City after city is going to drop in bankruptcy. Okay. You have propped up with free liquid money, quantitative easing, a phony economy for over 8 years with Barack Obama. It can't last. Folks, anybody that does not tell you the story about the state of Illinois, being bankrupt. What will Trump do? Will he bail them out? Okay? Will the government, will the House bail him out? Will you watch the Federal Reserve tighten up the money supply? Will you continue to send these great emails and go on Twitter how excited you are that the stock market reaches a record high? Just saying, folks. You better pay attention to the state of Illinois and them being bankrupt and what ends up happening next in this country. All right, couple things I want to cover before we close. I want that to be its own recording by itself, Sam. A couple more